Started to feel like shit heading to the worst. I wouldn't even make a dial if you put me on the climb. Let me be there for a while. When I look into your eyes, I don't see the same smile. Probably blame me for the drugs I was on before you found me.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot meets with Anjanette Young about the botched raid at her home as some critics call for the mayor to resign. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Bradley.
And I'm Dina Bear. Lourdes Duarte is off today. A group of activists gathered at City Hall to demand the resignation of Mayor Lori Lightfoot as the political fallout over the botched raid continues.
WGN's Mike Lowe is live at City Hall with this story. Mike?
Ben and Dina, good afternoon. When Anjanette Young first made the decision to go public with the humiliation that she suffered during this botched raid, she pointedly said that Mayor Lori Lightfoot had come to her church during the mayoral campaign and asked for her vote, a vote that the mayor eventually did earn. But Young said she wanted to meet again with the mayor and ask her how this raid could have happened and how the city could have responded the way it did. Today, both sides met for the first time, saying they had a, quote, very candid and lengthy conversation. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But right now, the mayor is also dealing with the fallout from the nearly 100 pages of emails that were released just before the holiday weekend.
Her New Year's resolution should be to resign from her office and go back to Ohio.
Police accountability activist Eric Russell stood outside of City Hall on the last day of the year and said a series of damning emails should be the last straw for Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
The recent release of the emails associated with the botched raid of our dear sister Anjanette Young must be made the last straw in a long line of failures by this administration.
This month, video of a botched police raid was widely seen on local and national media. It shows police storming into a West Side home looking for a suspect with a gun. Only they were at the wrong address. It was later revealed the suspect was wearing an electronic monitoring device and next door. The police had clearly failed to do sufficient research, which became cruelly evident on the video. Social worker Anjanette Young had been changing clothes, getting ready for bed after her shift at a Chicago hospital, and was standing naked when the cops barged in. She was humiliated and hysterical for 40 minutes as all male officers searched her home, ignoring her pleas for an explanation and her desperate attempts to tell them they were in the wrong home.
There's a lot of trust that's been breached.
The mayor initially denied that she knew about the incident, but later acknowledged she had been told by staff members more than a year ago. Mayor Lori Lightfoot's office released a batch of emails and documents related to the raid, which show the mayor was informed there was a, quote, pretty bad wrongful raid. The mayor responded, adding her chief risk officer to the email chain and writing, quote, I have a lot of questions about this one. Can we do a quick call about it?
In the emails, Mayor Lightfoot says that she has a lot of questions about this one. But the black and brown community have a lot of questions also, but we doubt Mayor Lightfoot's willingness to be transparent.
And she decided not to really take it seriously and address the situation.
For anti-violence activist Tio Hardiman, the fifth floor maneuvers echo the scandal that led to the end of Mayor Rahm Emanuel's tenure, an effort to keep incendiary video of the police killing of Laquan McDonald from public view.
We do not want a repeat of Rahm Emanuel here in the year 2020.
Now, late this afternoon, as we mentioned, the mayor did meet with Anjanette Young for the first time, both sides calling it, once again, a candid and lengthy conversation, saying, quote, in a joint statement, today's conversation was not a resolution to the problematic issues that both parties acknowledge exist, which led to the events of February 21st, 2019 at Ms. Young's home. However, there could be no resolution without first engaging in a substantive conversation. Both sides pledged to continue the conversation and work on substantive policy changes going forward. This conversation is also happening elsewhere around the city. Today, Congressman Danny Davis met with a number of faith leaders on the west side, and we'll tell you what they had to say about all of this coming up at 5 o'clock.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Matt B, aka PiFF. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking out another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Tell me what you think about the video down below. Please comment down below and tell me what you think about the video. and share this video to any of your platforms. I'm only taking a second to get your boy voice heard. And if you disagree with what I say by the end of the video, feel free to hit that dislike button. So I just wanted to come on today, man, and say I hope everybody had a good New Year's, a good safe New Year's or whatnot. And yeah, I hope everybody New Year's resolutions, anything that you wanted to change for the year that you didn't do last year, I hope you get it accomplished, man. That's to any and everybody. So shout out to my new subscribers and shout out to everybody who's been here since day one, man. I love you all, man, and I appreciate each and every comment. And yeah, with that said, man, let's get into this video, man. Sorry if the intro video was real long this time. I try to keep them down, cut them down, you know, at least about 1 or 2 minutes or whatnot. But this one I had to go ahead and let the full news story, you know, play its course or whatnot. And so, I just pretty much wanted to say, man, that it took for the police to run up in the wrong woman's house for them to actually call for the resignation of Mayor Lightfoot. And if anybody been knowing me or following my channel for a little while, this isn't the first time that I've, you know, said something about Mayor Lightfoot. I might have not did a whole video on her, but I think this time right here is granted that I do. And at the end of the day, man, I just wanted to drop some knowledge for everybody. So this happened, you know, some time ago or whatnot. And I'm not going to like downplay this situation like this is really nothing to be mad over, because at the end of the day it is. The police, you know, I know many times where, and this is not even in Chicago, where police have barged up in people's homes and stuff like that and had the wrong houses, or just didn't do the proper investigation to even, you know, to even solidify the warrants or the you know, the house raids or whatnot. But I did a little research, and I just want people to know that in 2020, close to 7,000 people died from homicide, and we're talking about black people. And you know, we can throw a little mixture of white people in there, or we can throw a little mixture of any other specific group or race that lives in the Chicago area. But I'm pretty sure, you know, if black people didn't account for all 8,000 deaths, I'm pretty sure that you know, we are pretty much a hefty amount when it comes to homicides. And so when we look at Chicago, yes, close to 7,000 people dying this past year, and that still wasn't enough for the people and these specific activists to call for the resign of her. And I just find it, you know, finally, I just, you know, I find it sad, and I find it kind of like mildly ironic, because it seems like that's not the biggest focus when it comes to putting stuff on our table. When we're talking about stopping crime and gun violence and homicides in Chicago, that's not the biggest issue that they have going on. I mean, from what the news is telling me or what the news is looking like, then yeah, that's not really that much important. And so I just wanted to come and make this video, man, and ask people. I know I have a few subscribers that is from Chicago, and we have talked about, you know, Chicago situations or whatnot. But I think that at the end of the day, I feel like that this is one of the biggest issues when it comes to Chicago. And like I said, man, I feel sorry for a lot of those people who live in that area, live in the city. Don't matter if it's in the nice parts. It seems like that, you know, there has been trouble in those nice parts of Chicago. You know, not as of lately, but you know. So like I said, man, it just real crazy that, you know, it took the police, like I said, running up in the wrong house for them to actually call for the resign of Mayor Lightfoot. And so the thing is, man, they say she's from Ohio. That's the funny thing, man, because I never knew that she wasn't that she was from Ohio. And And the funny thing is the way Ohio looked, and if people would have did their research and knew a thing or two before she came down to Chicago and initially ran, then they would have found out for themselves that, you know, she's not the right candidate for this. And so at the end of the day, man, I just look at it as a big slap in the face to a lot of the people who lost someone last year. And actually, like I said, I just got to keep repeating that. It took the police to run up in the wrong woman's house for them to ask for the resignation. And man, at the end of the day, these activists and these whoever else that's speaking in front of these cameras, man, like they all just need to just shut up. I mean, all of them need to just pat themselves on the face real hard. Because at the end of the day, man, you'll never see me in front of the camera talking about, you know, what the police is doing before I speak about what's going on in our communities first. Not saying that I could care less about what the police are doing in our communities, but at the end of the day, man, I'm pretty sure that there's many cases and stories in Chicago of, you know, the right people running up in the wrong people's houses, and you know, they didn't make the news the way that this woman did. And I'm gonna just, you know, just for better words, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Cause like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, to the people of Chicago and to these activists and these council people and the people who are, you know, working for the city or whatnot, it really took, you know what I'm saying? It really took this woman house being ran up in for y'all actually want to make change in Chicago. Y'all should have done this a long time ago. And the fact that now, you know, y'all want to try to make changes, man, I mean, it's far too late, man. Chicago is too far gone. You know, it is what it is, man. Ain't no coming back from that. So no matter, you know, how they try to spin this story or whatnot, man, at the end of the day, she's been asked to resign for the longest, man, and still she haven't. And she come up with so many fake excuses and weak excuses, man, and all types of stuff where it just like, you know, honestly, it's kind of pointless at this point. So I just, like I said, man, I just asked the people of Chicago, man, like, you know, what are y'all really asking for down there? That's all I want to know. What is important to y'all starting out 2020? And, you know, we see how the year ended for y'all. Like I said, close to 7,000 homicides. And we're not even going to talk about who the main issues or perpetrator is when it comes to those specific homicides. So that's all I pretty much got to say, man. Shit crazy. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for checking out the video, man. I'm gonna stay on it. And peace, man. See y'all in the next one.
Started feel like shit, heading to the worst. I wouldn't even make a dime if you put me on the climb. Let me be there for a while. When I look into your eyes, I don't see the same smile. Probably blame me for the drugs. I was on them before you found me. Seem like everybody judged me, so I ain't